Today for episode 2 of how to build the Glide Minecraft minigames lobby, we'll be building the climbing area. This is the little parkour area at the right side of the fountain, and it's a nice easy build to work on for our second episode, so let's go over the materials and jump straight into it. So getting started, we're going to want to place down our grass blocks and mark out where we're going to be building today. Now as you can see, I've already gone ahead and placed different colours of terracotta to help mark out where I'm going to be placing in certain blocks, so it'll be easier for you to follow along. As I know, I'll be going line by line and telling you which blocks to place down and how many. So for the first line, we'll just be starting at the back of the fountain and placing 10 grass blocks. Then for the second line, we'll be placing 8 grass blocks and then 1 oak log and finally 1 more grass block. For the third line, we'll be placing 2 grass blocks, then 1 oak log, then 2 more grass blocks, then another oak log, and then finally 4 more grass blocks. For the fourth line, we'll be placing 3 polished andesite and then 7 grass blocks. For the fifth line, we'll place polished andesite, 1 iron bar, 1 polished andesite, and then 7 grass blocks. For the sixth line, we'll place 3 polished andesite and 7 grass blocks. For the seventh and eighth lines, we'll just be placing grass blocks. For the ninth line, we'll be placing 2 grass blocks, 1 oak log, then 2 more grass blocks, 1 oak log, and then finally 4 more grass blocks. For the next 7 lines, we're just going to be placing grass blocks. Now for the 17th line, we'll place 4 grass blocks, then we're going to skip 1 block and then place 3 more grass blocks, 1 oak log, and lastly 1 grass block. For the 18th line, we'll place 4 grass blocks, skip 3 blocks, and then place 3 more grass blocks. For the 19th line, we'll just be placing 2 grass blocks, and then finally for the 20th line, we'll just be placing 1 grass block. So if you've done everything correctly thus far, the climbing area should be looking just like this. Now to finish this ground area off, we're just going to be placing more grass blocks down and 1 oak log. However, due to the ground height going down and there being a few twists and turns, it's a little hard to verbally explain where I'm going to be placing these blocks. So instead I'll just show gameplay of me placing the blocks down slowly and hopefully you'll be able to follow along. Now if you've done everything correctly, this is how the area should be looking. Moving on, we are next going to start working on the walls going around the climbing area. To begin, we'll start at the back of the fountain like what we did previously. From here, I'm going to be telling you which blocks to place and how many going all the way around. So first we'll place 4 mossy stone bricks, then 7 normal stone bricks. Then we're going to be turning and working on the other side, and to start we're going to be placing 8 stone bricks, then 3 cracked stone bricks, 5 more normal stone bricks, 3 mossy stone bricks, and lastly 2 normal stone bricks. Also really quickly, we can actually place 4 mossy stone bricks underneath this little corner area to kind of just fully cover it off. Next, we'll go to the back of the fountain again like before, and above the first mossy stone brick that we just placed, we'll be placing one mossy stone brick and then 3 cracked stone bricks. As a bit of a note here, you're going to notice that I didn't actually place 3 cracked stone bricks, instead I only placed 1 and then 2 normal stone bricks, which was a mistake. I did later on end up actually rectifying this and fixing it, so just letting you guys know that right now. Anyway, from here we're going to be placing blocks going across to the right. To begin, we're going to be placing 10 stone bricks, and then we're going to connect the top row to the bottom row using just stone bricks again. Next, we'll place 4 stone bricks going up from this side, then we're going to be placing 8 more stone bricks going out towards the front of the fountain. Then from here, we're going to be placing 2 cracked stone bricks and finally 10 more normal stone bricks. So if you've done everything correctly, the wall should be looking just like this. Now, to make your life a little bit easier for this next part of the tutorial, because it is a bit of a pain to do if you don't do this, I'd highly recommend placing 21 stone behind the wall at the bottom and top of this area. So you should have something that looks just like this. Then on the other side, or the shorter side of the wall, if you want to call it that, we're going to be doing exactly the same thing, but this time instead placing 11 stone in the bottom and top area. So now that we've placed all the stone, we can easily place in the blocks that are supposed to go above the stone and underneath it. To begin doing that, we're going to start on the back shorter side of the wall, and on both sides place 3 cobblestone blocks going up. Then we're going to easily just place cobblestone stairs above the stone and underneath it. Now to finish this side of the wall, we're just going to need to place 9 polished andesite in the gap between the cobblestone stairs. If you've done everything correctly, the shorter wall should be looking like this. Moving on to the longer wall, we'll start by placing 3 oak logs like this. Next, we're going to count across 4 blocks and on the 4th place 3 oak logs. Now in between both of these logs we just placed, and starting on the bottom, we're going to place 1 cobblestone stair, then 1 stone brick stair, and then finally 1 cobblestone stair again. Then we're going to be doing exactly the same thing again, but this time on the top. So this is how it should be looking, and from here we're going to be repeating this exact same pattern 4 more times, and then finally placing our 19 polished andesite in the gap behind the stairs like what we did previously. Now don't worry if that sounded a little bit too complex, as I'll be showing myself doing this obviously in kind of, I guess, just general normal speed, so you can easily follow along. If you've done everything correctly, the long wall should be looking just like this. So now that we've finished the walls and the flooring for this part of the lobby, it's time we start working on a small bit of redstone. This redstone is actually part of the music disc hunt. To be specific, it's a redstone that hides a Strata music disc. Now I will mention that the old redstone did need to be updated as it no longer works sadly, and it was also pretty fattened up in terms of complexity. There was just a lot of excess redstone. So here's how to build an updated and less expensive fix or alternative. First, you're just going to need to place a button on this oak log. Then you're going to need to break this stair and andesite block so that you can easily access this area while we're building and working on the redstone. Now I want you to use some stone and build a little 3x5 platform. It can be a little bit bigger if you want it to be, but it really doesn't matter. 3x5 should be perfect. Next, we're going to place one stone block directly behind and underneath the oak button that we just placed, and then one piece of redstone above it. Before we go any further, you'll want to go and just double check this is all working by pressing the button and making sure that the redstone itself actually is activated. Anyway, provided it all is activated and it's all working, next we're going to want to just place another stone block coming down with one piece of redstone above it, and then finally another piece of redstone on the floor. From here, we're going to be placing one repeater, then a stone block in front of it with a redstone torch above that. Now, everything else from here is a little bit of a pain to verbally explain, but it is incredibly easy to follow along. So hopefully from just watching me place things in and obviously just, add the piston and the dispenser and stuff, you can easily follow along. So now that we've done pretty much everything major, we can go over these small final details. For starters, we're going to want to first place our slime blocks down with some trapdoors around them. Then we're going to be placing 7 oak logs going up 4 different times for the climbing area. After we've done that, we're going to place in our ladders, trapdoors, and some other small bits, but unfortunately it's a little bit hard to verbally explain where I'm placing specific things like the ladders and trapdoors, so hopefully from just watching me you'll be able to follow along. Now that we've built the climbing frame area, we can come to this corner and place 2 oak logs, 2 spruce fences, and then some spruce slabs, which will give us a little bit of a balcony area. Next, we'll add the 10 end rods to the top of the climbing area, which is a little bit of a pain to do just due to how they need to be placed to look correct, but I'm sure you'll manage it. And lastly, to finish the climbing area off completely, we're just going to come over to the 2 remaining logs in the floor and extend the first one up 5 blocks and the second one up 7 blocks. The goal is to make these oak logs the same height as the wall. Once they're both the same height as the wall, we're then just going to want to connect the pillars together and place a couple of fences underneath them. With all of that being done, that is inherently the entire of this part of the lobby finished. I would highly recommend though right now going and removing the top stone that we placed earlier, and also as well placing in the Strad music disc inside the dispenser. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, with that all being said, that is the end of this tutorial. Thank you all so much for watching it. If you did enjoy it and found it useful, please share it with your friends and family, drop it a like, and let me know if you have any questions or issues in the comment section below. Also be sure to subscribe and turn the notification bell to stay notified for when I release the next episode of this series. And other than that guys, thank you all so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in the next episode.